Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Thanks for coming on by and checking out this smartphone of the year video 2022. Appreciate your time and your support. King smartphone, which one will it be that's going to wear the crown, sit on the throne? The one that's going to be above all the others. Because there can only be one. Now, this video isn't going to have anything related to fruit in it, and I will not have any smartphones that came across the ocean from overseas into the US. I have 4, not including budget or mid-range, all flagship. And those smartphones are the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, the Google Pixel 7 Pro, the OnePlus 10 Pro, and over to my far right, we have the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. 4 amazing smartphones. Now, the number one area that has to work is connectivity. From day one to now, 2 days away from the new year, 2023, these smartphones, when it comes to connectivity, has been a thumbs up. Very important, because if you're not going to be connected with phone calls and texting, then get rid of it. Battery life. With all 4 of these devices, a thumbs up. And I do a lot on my smartphones, even when the reviewing process is pretty much done, because it never really ends. If you are a YouTuber and you review smartphones, you know that at some point in time, you're going to give an update. And that could be a 30-day update, a 60, a 90, 6 months later. So there's always the continuation of the reviewing process, but there is a point where you're not really putting a lot into that part of the journey. But when it comes to battery life, with all of these, they're a thumbs up, and they charge fast. There's fast charging. There's wireless charging. All 4 of these devices. Now, I would say that the S22 Ultra was probably the best when it came to battery life, but depending on what I do on any given day, it can change, especially when I'm creating a lot of content. When it comes to performance and functionality, all 4 devices got the job done. These are powerhouse devices with engines underneath the hood that literally every day are just tough, bold, and they do a lot for me and have done a lot for me and will continue to do a lot for me until, well, one day they go away. The under-display fingerprint reader, obviously with these 3 devices, the S22 Ultra, the 7 Pro, the 10 Pro. But over here on the Z Flip 4, we have a fingerprint reader that's side-mounted that doubles up with the power button. Now, if it was left up to me going forward, all smartphones would have a side-mounted fingerprint reader doubling up with the power button. I really dig that. Now, I like it on the back, but side-mounted, something special about that. I'd get rid of the under-display fingerprint reader. But what we're going to do is test out the fingerprint reader on these devices. For me, it doesn't have to be fast. It just has to work, okay, every single time. So, with that, I'm going to go at regular speed, and then I'm going to go slow motion, and then you can let me know. As far as the speakers on these smartphones, I would rank them like this. The best, in my opinion, and I'm not talking by a whole lot, but this is the ranking. Google Pixel 7 Pro, the best in my opinion. Then the S22 Ultra, then the OnePlus 10 Pro, then the Z Flip 4. The Z Flip 4 sounds great. It's just a little quieter. Individually, as a flagship smartphone, when it comes to the audio quality, they're all great. Yeah, I mean, all this information is just one big ball of confusion that I have to unravel and go through with everything that I'm sharing with you in this video. And, well, in the end, there can only be one, right? So we're going to be listening to some music over at YouTube. Same video, volume, with all of these devices all the way up. So let's begin with the S22 Ultra. As far as design, and this easily could have been at the beginning of the video. Why I didn't do that, I don't know. I can't explain that. But this is where we're at. These are beautiful looking devices. Now, I've added a little extra Samsung as far as the skins. But when it comes to the individual design, the form factor, these devices are solid. They're strong. No squeaks, no creaks, glass, metal. It's all there and they look great. But I'm going with the Google Pixel 7 Pro. I love anything that is symmetrical in design. The OnePlus 10 Pro, that's sexy right there. I like that. Now, in third, I'm going to give it to the Z Flip 4 because of that cover display and the two cameras right there. To me, in my opinion, this beats out the S22 Ultra. This is pretty blah. When you look at the S21 Ultra, with that little bit of extra hump on the back with all those cameras, to me, that's a lot sexier than this. And this is basically what we're going to get with the S23 Ultra. I think that the cameras are going to be a little bit bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's talk about the cameras. All four of these smartphones, individually, getting the job done. But one's always going to do it that much better than the other. I would say that the S22 Ultra would be #1 in ranking, then the Google Pixel 7 Pro, then the Z Flip 4, then the OnePlus 10 Pro. Both the Z Flip 4 and the S22 Ultra have one specific area that these two devices don't have, and that is the portrait video mode on the front-facing cameras and the rear cameras. The Google Pixel 7 Pro has cinematic video. But that's only on the rear, not on the front, which would have been a game changer if Google had implemented cinematic video on the front-facing camera as well. We don't have any of that with the OnePlus 10 Pro, even though utilizing the front and rear cameras of the 10 Pro is great. Great video, great pictures, stability, all of that working for the 10 Pro. But when you have these extra areas that you can utilize, and I mean really utilize them, it changes the game. Now, I can only see Google getting better with the cinematic video as far as the software and what it'll be able to do, and then implementing that hopefully in the future as far as the front-facing camera. But when you can utilize that type of video mode on the front and the rear like you can on the S22 Ultra when it comes to portrait video mode, I mean, for me, I utilize that a lot. And but there's more going on here as far as power and what you get with the cameras on the front and the rear, even than the Z Flip 4 gives you. And it's just a little bit more. But that gives the ranking as far as number one to the S22 Ultra, Google Pixel 7 Pro, then the Z Flip 4, then the 10 Pro from OnePlus. But yeah, I mean, wow, stability, pictures, video, you're not going to go wrong depending on what you want and what you want to spend your money on. Well, we made it. It's that time of the video where I'm going to pick one smartphone that's going to be the smartphone of the year of 2022. For me, smartphone of the year by literally this much. One area changed it all. But it's an important area when it comes to creating content. And that phone is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. That one area, portrait video mode. Now, we do have cinematic video with the Google Pixel 7 Pro, but it's only on the rear. It's not on the front. And hopefully next year we'll get that. Portrait video mode changes everything. Honestly, both of these smartphones could be smartphone of the year for me. But I cannot lie. That front-facing portrait video mode just does wonders when creating content. The other two devices, as far as the OnePlus 10 Pro, definitely a go. Definitely worth looking into. There's a lot of sales going on right now in the smartphone world, so do your homework. Z Flip 4 is always going to be the funnest phone of the year for me, always. But if you love customization, you love an all well-rounded experience, yeah, don't skip over this guy. Don't. But when it comes to getting everything to almost perfect, because no smartphone is perfect, the S22 Ultra is going to be that much better than this guy, only because of that one area being on the front-facing camera. Gosh, if we just had cinematic video on that front-facing camera. Yeah, and I hope it's there next year. But you let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, this video wasn't very detailed. I mean, I'm going through and trying to, as simple as possible, give you areas with all these different smartphones and how I see it through my experience with these smartphones. So with that, Happy New Year. God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy. I appreciate you all. Yeah, man, the team has been so good to me. And for those of you that just come on by every once in a while, thank you so much too. I appreciate that. All the feedback, all the support from different companies. It's been a great year. We hit over 8,000 subscribers this year. Next year, I hope to get to at least 10,000. But more importantly, I just hope you keep on coming by and just being part of Team My Project 13. And with that,